Well, good morning again. This is the 29th day of March, and we're going to do another recording. We're going to join up with you and finishing up the 4-foot and the 2-foot cage. I'm going to continue with this, and we'll put some rabbits in it and get them set up. This is a 4-foot cage right here for a mama rabbit that's fixing to have babies, and we'll have this up there for her so she can have them babies comfortably and raise them up. But this is a good morning. It kind of rained a little bit overnight, just enough to let us know that it's springtime, and I believe this looks pretty good. This is a 4-foot cage. 4 foot. See how tall it is? It's 4 foot. And that's a 4-foot cage. 2 foot tall. They move my coat and stuff right here, okay? And then here's a 2-foot cage. 2 foot square. Like I said yesterday, I think that's the perfect size for our rabbit. Put a nest box in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut a door out. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's the center of my cage. I want 2 squares up, and I can cut 4 squares over. 4 squares. Okay, and then cut 4 squares this way.
Again, our number is 606-678-4010. Thank you for your call. The hills are alive with the sound of Southern gospel music. The Smith County Ag Center presenting the 2018.
I want to be able to keep that right there so I can put a water in there. And I'll cut 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. The doors are always hard for me. Yeah, the doors are always hard for me because it's hard to see what you've cut. But you want to cut them big enough to where you can get a nest box in there. The nest box has to be a good size to fit her baby rabbits. That's storms, it says. That's the term he used. Storms for today. But it's had storms yesterday too, but it never showed up. It was supposed to show up at 11 o'clock, but it never showed up. Let's see, so I got enough room right here to put a feeder. And I got a, is that enough room to put a nest box in there? That's a little nest box. So I could probably afford to go another 3 squares. One. I can afford to go 3 squares. I could probably afford to go another 2 up. That'd be big enough to put a lunchbox in there.
Hey guys, this is Scott Fowler with Legacy 5, and I am so glad to tell you that we are coming to Bowling Green.
Okay, one more right there.
On April the 13th,
Okay.
Friday night, we will be at Rich Pond Baptist Church at 7 p.m. So we hope to see you there. We're going to have a great night
Good.
of gospel music.
4 inches high,
Guest artist
so we can put our
at 6:30. So
hardware cloth in there.
it's going to be a special night. We'll see you
And
there.
see, that's right here. Okay, let me turn this around so you can see what I'm doing here. See the hole I cut here right here? This is my door right here. So what I'll do is I'll take this piece of wire right here, straighten them out, and build the door out of him. Like I said yesterday, I don't like wood on my nest at all, or in my cages at all. So this would be big enough to cover right there. So if I bring them over 2, that gives me enough room for my feeder, and bring them over 2 right here, that'll give me enough room. I can cut him right here. So I can cut him off right there. Put him right here. Wait. Yeah. We'll cut 2 of these up here. So I'm going to attach him right there. That'd be good right there. So, let me, we'll use these same sparrows right here for hinges. Bring my scraps over here. And See if I can't move my chair around this way. I'll take my door right here. Position it. First of all, get me a get me a ferrule right here. And temperature outside seems to be about like 49, maybe 46. Good temperature. Bring him over here to put our first hinge right there. See? Put our second hinge right there. That looks pretty good. I want to tap him up a little bit. See if I can't move him up some. Yeah. Put my hinge right there. Let's stop that from sliding down. That'll stop him from moving like that. That'd be good. They won't get out of there. When I was in the hospital, there to get my knees, one of the nurses there that was on duty noticed that had that cough, and she felt that she wanted to look into it. She was concerned about it, and she was a good nurse. I was fortunate to have her there she was on duty there for 3 days that week, and so she wanted to call the pulmonary doctors in, and she did. And he come up and met with me, and he wanted to take me down to do a CT scan on my lungs. And he took me down there, put me in that CT machine, and I spit up a little bit for him so he can get a culture to see if it was bacteria or anything in there. I had to wait 48 hours, so I stayed the next day in the hospital to see if there was any kind of growth on that, and weren't no growth. But he come back with a news of a nodule. He called it a nodule. He said it was in my upper right lung, and the Lord is good. So immediately, after he left, I sitting there with my wife, and I told her, I said, let's pray. We'll pray about this. So I prayed. I went to the Lord, and just as I was closing in prayer, the Lord came to me and said, it'll be all right, Mark. It'll be okay. It's nothing to worry about. But April 17th, I've got a appointment to see the pulmonary doctor in